Hello, Sam.
First Big 12 series sweep in quite a while. How does it feel and what did you learn?
How long has it been? Do you actually know the answer to that?
Yeah, we do.
Texas here?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me the other day, I think it was Angelica, asked me what one of my favorite moments in this stadium was other than hosting the regional. And I think I said sweeping Texas at home. It's so hard to win a series, let alone sweep a series, but you can put some of that onto the crowd today. You know, crowd was into it, energetic and getting excited when we were getting out of innings, and tell people all the time, don't come to the game for enjoyment, come to help us win, and I think they did that today.
It didn't hurt the crowd when you get 4 runs in the first inning. How important was that fast start?
You know, we said going into it, after you win the first 2 games, the way to win game 3, which is the hardest game to win after you win the first 2, is to come out with aggression and energy and grab a lead. And usually if you grab a lead in game 3 when you're going for a sweep, the other team kind of loses some energy. And I think they did, but we just kind of let them back in it. They scored 5 runs on 1 hit there in 1 inning. So, grabbing the lead, and that's what we've done. Somebody said it the other day, we score a lot early and we score a lot late. And scoring early today really helped.
You mentioned yesterday that this game might end up being really big at the end of the season, the Big 12 standings. I mean, obviously every league win is important, but, you know, why this one? Because it's a sweep? Because it's that extra win?
Yeah, you know, when it comes to committees and media and all you people, sweep just has a nice ring to it, you know. And if Baylor's got a good team, if they scramble and get back into the mix and end up in a regional, and it looks good for us to sweep a really good team. So, that's super hard to do, but super important that we did it.
With this win, you'll be on top of the Big 12, you know, heading into the next week. What's that feeling like, being on top of the conference?
I don't even pay attention to that stuff. We just try and win them 1 game at a time. And you know, it's early. We've only played 2 weekends. Everybody else has played 4, I think. So being in first place right now literally means nothing. It just means we played pretty well so far. So, but that doesn't mean you're going to play well next weekend. You got to. I just told them, you get complacent in this game, it finds a way of kicking you in the gut. So we're gonna keep playing like we're not playing as good as we are. You need to practice like you're not very good and play like you are pretty good. And when we practice this week, we're going to practice like we're not very good and still trying to get a lot better.
Coach, this is going to be kind of a stupid question, and I apologize
You
for it.
guys ask me stupid questions all the time. Don't stop me.
And watching Austin, you know, obviously the last few games he's been very, very good. Is there a good and bad and ugly with Austin and his style of play?
Yeah, you know, with AD, he's a high energy, play to the crowd kind of player. Right. We've gotten him to a point. He used to direct all that great energy toward the other team and in the other team's dugout. We got him out of that, and now he's directing energy toward the crowd and getting the crowd fired up. And then he misses home plate, and you try and get him out of that. And now today, all of his energy was to his teammates and getting fired up for his teammates. And when he does that, he's a special player. He's worth the price of a season ticket to come and watch that guy play. I mean, he's a great hitter. He's a great outfielder. Made some unbelievable plays defensively and hit a big homer today. And every time he's on base, you know, he's thinking about stealing. Even when he got picked off, he was thinking about stealing. So just a super dynamic player that really fun to watch.
Do you almost have to hold your breath at times just to see, you know, what's going to happen next with him?
I love watching that guy play. I give him the freedom to do what he wants to do. Even on we had a 3-1 count today with him at the plate, and normally I'd give somebody the take sign because the pitcher wasn't throwing strikes, and I just looked at him. I said, "You do what you want to do, man. I don't know what's inside your head right now." He's obviously seeing the ball well. If he wants a hit, he can hit. And I think this program has gotten good because we don't overcoach our players. We recruit great athletes and give them the freedom to be great athletes, and I think they respond to that pretty well. So even dating back to Alec Manoa and Nick Snyder and Michael Grove and those guys, we don't coach everybody the same. We just let them be who they are.
And then over the course of the 3 games against Baylor, I think the bullpen gave up just, 1 run, I think, maybe 2 during the course of the 3 games?
2 of these wins were courtesy of our bullpen. Chris Sleeper pitched really well today. Carlson Reed and Noah the other day, and Braithwaite was really good. And that was our worry when we moved Jake Waters to the starting role, that were we going to have enough guys back there to finish games, and they've done really good so far.
What Trey has done for you this season? Did you know that's what he had in him when he came over from Navy?
You know, you never know, because the level of competition is a little bit different, you know, and you don't know until he starts closing games against TCU and Baylor if he's capable of doing it. You'd like to think he's going to be, but until he actually does it, you don't know. So, but he's been great. He's been around a while. He loves being at West Virginia. He's an older guy. The double play he turned in the 9th inning, a lot of pitchers would have grabbed that ball and thrown it into center field, you know, but he just calmed down, collected himself, and made the biggest play of the weekend probably.